Let's hit the right button. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Guess who it is? He hadn't been here for it's been a year and a half or more, Chris.
Has it been that long?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow.
This is your second or third time?
This is my third time.
It's been more recently than that. But time does fly. It's Chris Simpson back on the show today for Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to have a chat about all kinds of things. He is the superintendent of schools over at Olney, and we are the Richland County superintendent. We're going to talk about that as well as all kinds of other stuff going on in Chris's life. All kinds of things going around the neighborhood today. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I am Bruce Dickey. This is Wednesday, May 20th. You're seeing it on TV. We're shooting it now on Tuesday, May 19th. And Chris, for your own, this is my suggestion to you.
Yes.
And you came prepared.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Pay attention to what your health departments are telling you. No matter when you are watching this show, we're social distance. I've got the ruler down there to prove good. We are socially distanced. We are socially distanced, and as regards masks and stuff, pay attention to what your healthcare folks tell you.
I wore my mask in.
You do. He did wear his mask, and do you have it on? Yeah, I didn't know if
it's in my pocket.
Is that a cardinal mask? Was that what that was?
I'm not sure. It's kind of a bandana color. What pocket did I put it into?
You threw it away.
It was not disposable. I'll fish it out at some point.
So
yes, it looks like a bandana.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is all right.
So I should have maybe worn my tiger stripe when I have one that's tiger stripes too.
That would have been cool.
Oh, nice.
Folks would have thought you were a Bengals tiger. The Richland County Tigers. There you go. But let me tell you what's going on in your neighborhood today. Not a whole lot in by the way, you're off camera. You can go ahead.
Oh,
the monitor is always on there. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Wednesday, May 20th. Not a ton of items going on today. However, down in Fairfield today what's the church? It used to be RLDS, the Church of. Come on,
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, it used to be the RLDS out there on Lenager Road.
Okay.
It's the church. It's not the Church of Christ, but whatever it is, out there on Lenager Road. Go out there today between 11:30 and 5:30 and donate blood. I'm donating blood myself, and looking forward to it today. So you can. And what I suggest you do, you go online. You go to redcrossblood.org. That's redcrossblood.org, and you get yourself an appointment because that speeds the process up immeasurably. A lot of folks with this, with the current situation in quarantine, they're wanting to help they're getting a lot of volunteers. They're wanting to help a lot of folks. So you do want to have an appointment, and you might be sitting there for a little while. Plus, that's the easiest way to go about filling out your histories and stuff like that.
What's your quantity of blood at this point?
My quantity, this is...
not like personally inside of you, but in the amount that you've donated.
Actually, what's personally inside of me and what I've donated might be pretty close. My current count is 127 pints.
Wow, it's impressive.
And I am 1 pint away from 16 gallons. So that's the plan today, is to reach 16 gallons.
That's impressive.
Thank you so much. Really I don't know if that just shows that I bleed.
You're a bleeder.
What can I say? I'm a bleeder. But yeah, so if you have the opportunity and you're down in Fairfield, community church.
The one I know of down in that area is the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. But that's not really on Lenager. That's kind of off Lenager.
East of that. Yeah, this is east of that. The old Victory Lane.
Yeah.
Victory Lane.
I know the area. I just don't know the church.
Well,
I've been out of circulation in Fairfield for a while, so I don't know all the landmarks.
Oh, yeah, like it's changed a lot since you
there
lived there.
Been some things, I'm sure.
That's probably true. That's probably true. What else is going on today on Wednesday, May 20th? Go out and find yourself a dog. This is National Rescue Dog Day. On May 20th, the National Rescue Dog Day recognizes all the benefits of allowing a four-legged canine to adopt you into their immeasurably lovable lives. According to the ASPCA, approximately 3.3 million dogs enter shelters every year, and when these abandoned and abused animals find their way to a shelter, each one needs a forever home, and their potential is limitless. They are rescue dogs. How would you like to observe National Rescue Dog Day? Well, you can volunteer at your local shelter. Take dogs for walks, grooming, giving them plenty of affection improves their socialization. If there's room in your life for a rescue dog, consider adoption and giving one a forever home. Also, shelters always need donations. Financial donations are always welcome. Most shelters do typically have a list of constant needs like blankets, beach toys, treats, and leashes. And I know that some shelters also will accept food if it's still in the bag or in the cans, and they don't want open bags, of course, but they will accept food. Is your dog, you've had is a Leo your dog, right?
I actually have two dogs. Yes, we have Ginger, who is a half black lab, half beagle.
Okay.
She's
rescue
13.
dog?
No, she's no, she was a surprise dog with somebody that had a litter of, they had beagles, but then somehow a black lab got in the mix, and next thing you know, we have Ginger, but she's been just an absolute sweetheart. But she's 13 years old, so she's
that's basically
starting
a rescue dog.
Show her age. And then Leo is a 4-year-old golden retriever.
Oh well, yeah, that's fine dogs.
Oh, they really are. And if Leo wasn't such a great dog, really, because I complain about him, I would have killed him by now, because
Leo's 4 years old.
A young golden retriever can be a handful for
those.
They're
very active. They are.
We've had our moments.
Figure out a better way to put that. The dog is still alive, thankfully. The history of National Rescue Dog Day. This was set in, I believe it was 2018, by a group called Tales That Teach. So there you go. This is also on May 20th, National Quiche Lorraine Day. National Quiche Lorraine Day celebrates a French dish served you can serve that for just about any meal of the day. Quiche Lorraine, believed to have originated in the rural Lorraine region of France. While it's considered a French dish, it developed during a time when the Lorraine region was actually under German rule. You've been to France, haven't you, Chris?
I've been within a stone's throw of France, but
you never went.
I did not cross.
You're like me. I went to Luxembourg, for crying out loud. Luxembourg and Belgium, and never got into France.
I didn't. I was in Bavaria, the southern part of Germany, and I made it into Austria, but not into.
Yeah, I made it to Austria, Switzerland, all those, Liechtenstein, and all those, and avoided France. I don't know where the Lorraine region is. But
when you said Quiche Lorraine Day, I was thinking it was through some fan of Bloom County. Wasn't that Quiche Lorraine, one of the characters in Bloom County?
Chris, that is about as obscure a reference as I have heard in years. Cutter John's girlfriend.
Yeah. Quiche Lorraine.
Yeah.
Bloom County I pulled that one out.
There are like 3 people in this county right now who probably know who that is.
Right.
And I don't know who the other one is. I'll send 2 of them are sitting at this table. Right. So that's pretty good. What else is it today? This is also, and you would know this is Happy Get Caught Reading Month. No better challenge than Get Caught Reading Month every day in May, all month long. Wherever you go, this campaign challenges every one of us of all ages to get caught reading. Here's some great tips to prepare to read all month long. Tuck magazines into your bag. Anytime you have some free time, you'll have something to read. Place books for all ages in the car. Everyone will always have something to read. Unplug for the month, and then stop by the library, pick up the latest bestseller or classic from your reading list. The Association for American Publishers. Founded Get Caught Reading campaign in 1999. It's now managed by Every Child a Reader and receives support from the Lois Linsky Covey Foundation. Campaign runs all year long with May designated as Caught Reading Month. I'm guessing that you already have books all over the place.
We do have books all over the place, yes. And by all over the place, I mean all over the place.
You don't have one.
But some of them are on shelves.
Well, I was going to say, but you don't have like one of them slipped into the door panel of your car. So if you're driving down the road,
I don't do that. Although I have, I should maybe tell people, because my wife is an elementary school librarian,
right?
So she thinks people should read books. It's a strange thing, but she does. She really thinks people should read books, including her husband.
Does she bring books home for you?
She does. I read a lot of their books, and I do book talks for the elementary students, which are really fun.
Really?
To get them engaged.
When's the last time you read a YA book? Young adult?
Well, it's called The Seventh Most Important Thing. At our middle school, we have a program called One Book, One Community that the middle school librarian started years ago, which the idea is, and it's typically a YA book, maybe YA or maybe a little bit lower for middle grades.
Right.
But this one was called The Seventh Most Important Thing. And
Encyclopedia Brown, clearly, or
no, that's not exactly the same.
Did you realize, by the way, that Nancy Drew author is still alive?
Really?
Yeah, she's like 105 years old.
Is it Beverly Cleary?
Beverly Cleary.
Did Beverly Cleary write Nancy Drew? I don't think so. But maybe.
I don't know. Whoever wrote Nancy Drew, I just read the other day they're still alive.
But yes, Beverly Cleary is still alive. But
now, which one did she write?
She would have gosh, I don't know. I think she wrote all the...
she wasn't the Encyclopedia Brown.
No, it was like Ramona and Beezus and I think maybe.
I think the one who did Nancy Drew still alive. That's what I'm telling people. That's what when people ask. That's what I'm telling them.
A book I just read, though, Bruce, on that one, which is fascinating, which was a book called Educated. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list for the last couple of years. My wife actually recommended it to me, and if anybody's looking for something really interesting to read,
Educated.
It's a memoir of a woman who grew up in Idaho in a very remote rural area. Her parents were kind of survivalists, always looking for the apocalypse, stockpiling weapons.
How long
and
ago?
All kinds. Well, she just recently wrote the book as her memoir, and she's probably in her mid-30s.
No kidding.
But she never had any formal education, never went to school, the parents homeschooled them, but not.
So does it read like James Joyce Ulysses or something then?
No, it's just her memoir.
So thank you very much for getting the joke.
But it's what she did was she taught herself and ultimately trained herself to take the ACT to get a high enough score to get into Brigham Young University.
Oh, wow.
Her family was Mormon, but they were like extreme fringe, way beyond anything that was mainstream. And then ultimately finished with a PhD from Cambridge University with this, and now she's a college professor. And
I bet you
it's a fasceinating book. So Educated, if you're looking for something
every
interesting.
day.
She probably does.
You know she's reading all the time.
She probably
Speaking of reading all the time, if you want to quit reading all the time, you're looking for sports on television, I've got some for you. The Korean baseball organization playing today at 2:30 p.m. It's the LG Twins versus the Samsung Lions. And then at 5:30 tomorrow morning, it's the NC Dinos versus the Doosan Bears live. Are you watching a lot of Korean baseball?
I have not watched any Korean baseball.
I have watched some. I
love baseball, but I have not.
I feel
ventured
shame.
into.
I've watched. I've ventured into that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Chris Simpson. We're going to come back and chat about all kinds of stuff. Back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It won't always be new. It won't always be clean. It won't always be flawless. But it'll always be yours. So how do you know it'll be protected? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help. With auto insurance.
See me, Alex Atwood, and Sisney for your insurance and financial needs.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Established in 1945 by farmers and folks like you, the primary goal of South Central FS has always been to improve the profitability of farming. And with a focus on service and safety, FS Propane is committed to keeping your system and appliances running efficiently. FS is a local full-service propane company offering you expert tank installation and system maintenance, as well as dedicated seasonal service. So when it comes to managing your propane needs, look to the experts. Look to South Central FS. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Chris Simpson is here. He is the Richland County Superintendent, the superintendent there of the big school in Richland County. And I guess you're superintendent of how many kids do you oversee the education of?
There are roughly 2,400 students that would be pre-K through grade 12.
And in Richland County, is Olney the only high school remaining in Richland County, or is I didn't know if anybody still had one other than Olney?
No, in 2014?
That's when Noble quit.
The annexation took place, so you had West Richland that annexed into East Richland, and the following year we changed the name to Richland.
Well, I guess I didn't know how close Oblong was to the line or something.
Oh, no. So, well, Newton, Jasper County, Newton Community High School is 20 miles up the road.
Yeah.
You've got Edwards County High School in Albion, 25 miles south.
Yeah.
Red Hills, 12 miles
well, yeah,
east.
So you're basically, but you're gathering everybody in a nice
Our Richland County School District actually is Clay, Richland, Jasper, Wayne, and Lawrence County.
I bring all that up to ask about this. Yeah. You are in the middle. If you have been by the Olney High School in the past few months, say you're going to pick up a pizza. There's a good pizza joint right there.
There's a good pizza joint.
If you say you're going to pick up a pizza, if you might not have been there for any other purpose, but you take a look to your north. The skyline has changed a little bit to the north, hasn't it?
It has changed. I should have brought pictures. I saw that you could put up pictures.
I was asking. I didn't send you the email to send me pictures.
You did not. So
my bad. I forgot.
I wish I would have done that.
Actually, I thought about that today, and I thought, heck, he probably.
Well, we'll direct people to our school district website where you can find videos, time-lapse videos that are really fascinating to see, because the project includes some demolition as well. So the demo work, which shows how quickly, just on these time-lapse videos, some of these structures come down and the new things start to build back up. So
they usually, if you try, you can bring them down pretty fast.
You can, and they did come down pretty fast. But we're in the midst of this, and it's a project we're really excited about. It has, we thought that this was the big news in our school district, and then, of course,
the big news of the year.
We had some other things that have started to take effect as well with the school closure.
Yeah.
But we're really excited about the project. It's going really well.
Will it be done by the time students come back in August? Presumably?
Our construction management firm tells us that they think it will probably be around 80% complete in August. So the final completion, the project schedule goes through December of 2020. So really December of the end of this calendar year is the projected end date for the entire project.
How much of the school is new and how much of it is repairing old classrooms or something like that?
Well, you've got, in terms of square footage, I can't give you an exact figure on that, but it is, the new construction part includes a new front entrance that is secure.
Yeah.
I might have mentioned before when I was here that the building was built in 1952. So in 1952, they just put entrances and exits everywhere.
Sure.
And they also put asbestos everywhere too. They put a lot of asbestos in buildings at that time.
So
now those of us in 2020
as a family member of a building materials company, I do somewhat feel a little bit responsible for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of asbestos and a lot of doors, but we've really, part of the design was to make the building much more secure. So a new secure front entrance is a big part of that. But then also there's an auxiliary gymnasium that's part of it. There's a new theater that is part of this. Oh, it's really going to be very nice. Yeah, very nice. A new cafeteria and commons. The cafeteria was in the basement and would only seat probably about 25% of our high school population.
Oh, really?
So
that makes it kind of tough to feed them all.
It does.
Only 25% at a time.
It made some challenges. Plus, the accessibility part of it was in the basement, and the only way to get there was an old chairlift that was not very reliable. So there was a lot of things that were.
So the only way for handicapped accessibility was like the chairlift that you see where. For instance, when people that you see in the old hotels trying to put people into pools and stuff.
That's exactly, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I think the chairlift was actually put in sometime in the early 1970s, and it was used then. So we were way due for a project. We weren't necessarily expecting it to be a project of this particular scale.
Yeah.
Because with funding issues, but then we were able to secure the 1% sales tax for school facilities. So that allowed us to do something that was more ambitious in terms of the renovation. But also then there are, I mentioned the cafeteria and commons as part of the new construction as well.
Well, that's cool. I'm going to take another quick break.
Okay.
We're going to come back, talk a little bit more about that, and then a little bit more. You mentioned some other challenges that,
there have been a few other
you might have been dealing with this year. We're going to come back, talk about those. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Here with Chris Simpson. Back in a sec.
At Back & Body Works Chiropractic, we help you feel better naturally. We can help your whole family from newborns to the elderly. We offer auriculotherapy for smoking cessation and appetite control. We use acupuncture to improve health and well-being in the mind and body. We offer high-quality herbal supplements for adults and children, as well as CBD oil. We also offer exercise classes for women of every age, size, and fitness level. Stop by and see us on the square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drink Pool.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you or a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal in hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lamontsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Chris Simpson is here. He is the superintendent over at Olney Richland County Schools, and we were talking about the construction. So you think it'll be done by December, huh?
They are. The one thing about the school closure that has helped us, we had a really tight timeline during the summer.
Yeah.
And because the construction crews and the contractors were able to get in, I mentioned asbestos, all that, abatement was going to have to be done before some of the demo work and some of the other things could be done. That's all been completed. So it has really helped out with the timeline and taken some of the pressure off of that. So I think we're going to be able to.
I got to tell you, Chris, I was just asking for a yes there. But all right, so you got the construction through, and the construction probably altered your routine for the school year, that kind of thing. You know what you planned on doing for the year, because you have a particular time a year that you're going to do basketball, particular time football. By the way, congratulations to Coach Music. They had another fine.
They did have a very good year,
as well as Coach Flanagan, another fine year, and all the coaches. Nice job. Everybody gets into routine. You've been doing this 30 years. Mm-hmm. You get a 32. Routine, 32 years. You get into a routine of what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. The construction, you probably knocked you out of your routine a little bit to an extent, but not a ton.
Mm-hmm. Some, yeah. It was one of those things that, for me personally, what it did in the routine was it just added a whole nother layer of
things
that you have to deal with.
But the closings of the school screwed up your routine as well as everybody else. How are people dealing? How are the kids dealing with that?
Well, they've dealt with it really well. In fact, we've, of course, concerned about when you think about our seniors, particularly at our high school, those individuals.
How many did you graduate?
It's in the neighborhood of 160-ish, thereabouts. So when you think about our seniors, they knew they were going to come to high school their senior year, and they were going to have construction issues, and they were going to be dealing with construction.
So, yeah.
And that was just something they were going to have to adapt to, and they had kind of taken it all in stride.
You kind of expect that kind of thing.
But then you have this
You can get your mind right for that.
Yeah, and then you add this other part to it. So listening to some of the comments of graduates this year, and we had a little video that came out on Sunday commemorating the date that was scheduled for our high school graduation. And that was some of the comments that I was hearing was that, the double whammy of going to school in a construction site our senior year, and then we lost the last 25% of our senior year too.
Right.
So I think, though, overall, students are resilient, they're adaptable, and they've handled it just about as well as you could hope. I've been very proud of the way that students have handled it. That's
the thing. Whenever these kids do come back occasionally for, say, reunions or the alumni banquets and stuff like that, they'll always have a story to tell.
They will.
Whereas the folks who haven't been through that, they'll be trying to talk about grandkids or whatever. but the kids in the class of 2020, and they'll be able to get better T-shirts than anybody else.
Here's what a high school graduation, without a doubt, is a milestone event, and it's really significant. But over the years, memories fade and things do begin to change. And I've told people, I really remember one thing about my high school graduation. You were there. Yes, I remember one thing.
Is that what you remember, that I was there?
No, now that I think about it, you were there.
Well, now I feel good.
But the one thing I remember about
one thing
high school graduation, hot. That's what I remember.
I remember one thing too.
What's that?
You won the American Legion Award when I thought I should.
See, I wasn't even thinking about that part of it. I just remember.
I don't actually think that's true at all.
I just remember.
You did win that, right?
I did win that, yes. Now that you bring it up.
I kind of thought that I should win that. But I didn't.
You were robbed.
You were better. You were much better politicking than I was. That's all. To tell you the truth, that's basically all I remember from it.
It was in the gym in probably the first week of June, and it was just really hot. But I am proud.
Okay, my question is then, as a parent. As a parent, you've seen two kids graduate from high school.
Mm-hmm. Both really, it was wonderful. And you got a chance to hand them their diplomas. Even
10, 15 years from now, will you even, I guess you'll recall mostly since you handed them their diplomas, but will that be a memory that fades from you? It's been 30 years since you graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. Will that fade? It's 20 years from now whenever Haley is 30 years out of high school.
Yeah, I guess ask me then. We'll see how that goes. But I think that the event itself is significant.
I'm not sure Wabash will keep me on the air that long.
Well, we'll remember to talk about it in some setting, how we're going to do that. But I do think that with it being such a significant event, not just for the students, but for their parents and the whole family, it's just unfortunate to have lost that.
What'd you guys do?
Well, actually, I have a couple of things planned. One of them has already taken place, and that was a video that we showed on Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's available on our YouTube channel and access through our school district website.
You tweeted it out.
Yeah, it was really well done. One of our high school teachers, Jeff Ryden, put it together, and he's very talented with video editing, teaches a class at the high school and
that's the bad
video
thing.
editing.
How long was it?
It was about 40 minutes, probably. By the time it had all of our teachers were announcing the names and the senior portraits of the graduates. But then the actual, I guess we'll call it the event itself, on May 30th at the Olney City Park at the Bandshell. You know the area well.
I know the area tremendously well.
So we'll have a drive up, kind of walk-in graduation where each of the graduates will have a chance in their cap and gown to walk across with their diploma. It'll be recorded by video, and then Jeff Ryden will compile all of that and put it together in the form of a video.
Well, that's a nice deal.
We'll release it a little bit later date once he gets everything finished.
Parents able to come up and take pictures? Will you have
parents? We'll also have professional photography will be there in Olney that will take complimentary photographs for all the graduates that we'll provide to them. But of course, parents can come up too. We'll limit the number of family members that'll be able to come.
You can find all this information if you'd like to know more on the Richland County website, right? The high school,
go to our school district website, www.rccu1.net.
You're in charge.
RCCU1.net.
RCCU1.net. Couldn't you make that a little easier somehow? Tigers or something. Tigers.com. Tiger. You're basically the Tiger King. You know that.
I heard that a lot when I had my tiger striped face mask on. Well, I've not seen the show, but
you haven't?
I don't know that it's a complimentary reference.
I would just know that since I'm calling you the Tiger King, it's probably not.
Yes.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Chris Simpson. We're going to come back, chat about all kinds of other things when we return. Back right after this.
Are you needing to advertise or promote your business or special event? At Meager Sign and Graphics, they can print and install laminated vinyl on all sizes of metal, PVC, and plastic sign material. Meager's offers all types of vinyl options with professional installation on your vehicles, walls, and windows, or just about anything else you would like to be personalized. Meager's also offers all sizes of PVC and mesh banners. Meager's is now able to offer LED message centers. Stop in or call Kevin Blank or Danny King at Meager Sign and Graphics for all your lettering and advertising needs.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Zinc Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zinc Building Center on Route 45 and Louisville. It's a cool place.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. That's Chris Simpson. He's the superintendent of schools over in Richland County. Appreciate you joining. I know you're very busy. Actually, you're not busy, though. You're not doing a thing, are you?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah, that's it. We shut down the school district.
You shut down the school district. You did nothing.
There's nothing to do at that point.
I guess that may be the impression that some people have. I'm serious.
That is the impression some people have.
There are folks who probably have the impression, well, school's out, you guys aren't doing anything. They don't realize that you're providing meals as well as providing teaching for students. Did you already have all the kids with a iPad type of thing?
We did not. We're not in a one-to-one environment where all of our students have devices. We're moving towards that because one of the things that is coming from this is you've heard of the CARES Act.
Yeah.
So school districts are getting some money through that, and the purpose of that is to bolster your capacity to offer remote learning, assuming that we could be back in this environment at some point next school year. Yeah, there's certainly the possibility. I don't know if it's how likely it is, but it's certainly the possibility that we'll be back in remote learning at some point during the next school year.
So, Chris, how does that make I've talked with districts that do have that already set up. I think Fairfield had that already set up. I'm pretty sure Flora did. Maybe not K through 12, but at least high school level. How does that make, that must make teachers' lives a little bit more difficult in remote learning situations, doesn't it?
It is. And I will say, too, because I mentioned we were talking about our students and how well they've handled it and how resilient they are. Really proud of our teachers and staff and how they've handled the remote learning. It's been really remarkable to see how they've come together and handle it and just kind of take the challenges as they come and do the best that they can with that. But that is one of the challenges. You have some students who have the resources to be able to do remote learning and access anything they need to online. You have other students that don't have those resources, and as well as then the environment they are in at home, and perhaps both parents are still working and they're at home and trying to deal with remote learning. They might be the older sibling and their responsibility is to work.
The older sibling may have sitting necessities too.
Exactly. They're trying to take care of their younger siblings, and then they're trying to deal with their own remote learning as well. So it's been really challenging. I got to tell you,
just to interrupt you there, I'm thinking of challenging. I'm thinking of Kevin. If this had happened in, say, 1975, where or no, let's call it 1977, where all of you kids are in school, or for that matter, Dana, under a remote learning situation, how would the older sibling have dealt with 6 younger siblings?
Wow. Yeah, that could.
You hadn't thought about that, had you?
I hadn't. I did actually at one time. I was thinking of it more in the context of my parents.
Yeah.
Because through a large part of my life, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and then when I was in junior high was when she actually went back to work. So it would have been interesting with 7 young children, and you're trying to deal with remote learning and how she would have done that.
Interesting's a nice way to put it.
But I hadn't really thought about what my older brothers and sisters would have done to torment me.
How's remote learning? I'm guessing you kind of have an opportunity, unique opportunity, or not unique, but certainly kind of singular opportunity in that you have a quite intimate knowledge of college kids as well dealing with remote learning.
We had a lot of that going on.
Is it easier for the college kids, you think, or for high school kids and grade school kids to be able to adjust?
Yeah, I think it was easier for that because when this whole thing began in mid-March, my 2 college-age kids came home, and they were home. My son's been home since March, but my daughter that was graduating from University of Illinois in Springfield went back to Springfield at some point during that. So at one time during the remote learning, we had 2 college students at home that were finishing their classes online. I have a high school age son that's a junior in high school. He was doing his courses remotely. My wife's a teacher, so she was doing all of her work remotely as well. And I was doing some work at home, but the reality was
you were able to still go to the office.
We didn't have enough hot water or bandwidth at our house to be able to deal with it.
Wabash is on the way. We're on the way. We'll be there. We're coming.
It was rough, and we were dealing with some of those issues. So I know that if we were dealing with it at our house, then there were a lot of those types of issues happening in homes all over our school district and all over the state of Illinois and everywhere that was dealing with remote learning. So it gave me certainly an appreciation that just because a student maybe wasn't fully engaged in remote learning as maybe you would like them to be if you were the teacher in the classroom, who knows what kind of circumstances might have been preventing that student from being fully engaged. Now, it could have been that they just said, heck with this, I'm not going to do it. But there could have been a number of other factors that were impacting
all right, all right, I'm going to ask you this then. It came out pretty early in the Governor Pritzker in the early statements and the ISBE early statements that whatever grade that you had, you could not diminish your grade from March 15th, whatever day it was. You couldn't diminish your grade from then on. The temptation had to be there for some kids who had a nice A, they're barely hanging on, to say, whew, I am done. I'm not doing anything more. I'm in good shape through 3 quarters. I've got my third quarter grades. Did you see any of that?
Well, you've seen a little bit of everything when it came to how students participate in it. Again, the overwhelming majority were students that were engaged assuming to the level that they could be. And they were participating at the level that they could. I'm absolutely would say that we had a high school senior, for example, that had these classes that had to be completed for graduation requirements and these other classes that were not necessary, and I've got my credits, so I'm going to focus on these and I'm not going to touch those.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that happened.
Understandable, too.
I can't hardly blame I'm not sure that 17-year-old Chris Simpson would have had a different approach to that.
I've got an A in math. I'm going to leave that alone. I've got a C in probably science for you. Biology. I'm going to have to work on that. No, I'm just teasing. Well, yeah, but I can understand a kid thinking that way.
But there was also the way our school district handled it was a credit, no credit situation.
Fourth quarter.
So we actually had ended our third term. We were transitioning into the fourth term when all this took place, which was in some ways beneficial, in other ways a bit of a challenge too. But
that must have become a real challenge trying to figure out new itineraries or whatever, the class or curricula for home as opposed to school. Everybody, how long did that take to make that conversion? I mean, you really didn't have much opportunity.
We didn't
take more than a couple of days.
It was a 4-day weekend for the most part. So it was really impressive when people think about the switch that was made with school districts to move from in-person instruction to the remote learning and what they were able to accomplish. And I don't say that in a way to pat myself on the back, because there were a lot of people involved.
It was the students, or the teachers.
The teachers and the building level principals that were working with them really did most of the heavy lifting on all of that. And they were really impressive to make those changes. But also, from my standpoint too, I'm fortunate that I have a really strong network of superintendents. When you think about our region, the Wabash Valley region, so that would include superintendents from Edwards County, Wabash County, Lawrence County, Jasper County, Crawford County, Clay County, I mean, all the way through within our region that were Effingham County that were able to do that. So I'm a first-year superintendent, and I was saying, gosh, this is a lot. And they're saying, look, this is my 12th year and it's a lot. So let's put our heads together and use our network as a way to be able to figure out
how you walk your way through it. That's Chris Simpson. I'm Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back and we're going to switch to sports. We're going to talk a little bit about basketball, and as well as his favorite sport, football, maybe.
I'm leaving if we're talking about football. I'm out.
Back right after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa Know-How.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa Know-How experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Are you tired of searching high and low in those big chain stores to find what you need and deserve some royal treatment? Come to the King, Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard-to-find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all of the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King, Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Bruce. That is Chris Simpson. And again, if you want to know more, it's okay. I'm going to see if I can do it. RCCU1. Look it up at rccu1.com.
Net.
.net. Okay.
rccu1.net.
RCCU1.
Find out everything you want to know.
Find out everything you want to know, except for what we're going to be talking about next. Did you get a chance? I feel like we've lost something in our lives now that Sunday evening is over. Did you get a chance over the past 5 weeks to watch the Michael Jordan show?
I did. Yes, it was fantastic. Enjoyed it thoroughly.
I got to tell you, it was almost the end of the show the other night was. What were your main impressions of the show? Now, I'll tell you mine. Well, did they present anything about Michael Jordan that you didn't already know?
No, I don't think so. I thought it was what I was more interested in, or what I thought was more interesting, was some of the team dynamics that existed, and just I think we sometimes can lose sight if we go to a professional baseball game, if we go to a professional basketball game. We lose sight of the fact that it is a business.
Yeah.
And we just marvel at the accomplishments and the abilities of the people on the field or on the court.
Right.
And we lose sight of the fact that it's a business. I thought that was a takeaway for me, was that there was clearly the business of professional basketball that was portrayed. But I don't think I learned anything.
I mean, you didn't learn. You already thought that Michael Jordan was an insanely driven individual who was going to be a jerk to everybody on his team like that.
I don't know that I knew the degree of that, but I mean, was aware that he was so competitive. I thought one of the really interesting comments that was made, because of the comparisons of Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant, I thought one of the really interesting comparisons that Phil Jackson, I think, had made was that,
who would know,
that both of them were unbelievably competitive on the basketball court. Kobe could walk away from it, and Michael couldn't.
Yeah.
That competitiveness translated to everything that he did in his entire life. Where Kobe, when he got outside the lines, he shut it off.
Yeah.
He could be a more normal person.
That was the thing that I watched the whole 10 hours, and I thought it was outstanding, like you, and I learned a couple of things. But I mean, we grew up in the area, so we were paying attention to. I was telling Dodie what was going to happen in these series as they.
Do you remember well, it may not have been the first one for you, but I clearly remember the 63 NBA basketball game that I attended.
Well, I had attended one before that. When you're talking about Indianapolis,
we went and saw the Bulls play the Indiana Pacers in. And that was old Market Square Arena. This would have been
89 or 90 or something, right?
Yeah, I was going to say probably 87, 88.
Okay, well, it was before he became a. I mean, he was a stud by then, but he was not Michael Jordan yet.
I remember because he had a huge game the night before, and he there was even the question at that point, well, what kind of performance would he come back with after having such the huge performance the night before? And I remember the part of it that was so vivid in my memory is he knocked the ball away at center court, and he's taking it down the floor, and you could just feel the anticipation of the crowd. What's he going to do? And the one guy back on defense is Scott Skiles, who was the point guard for the Pacers.
Right.
Do you remember what happened?
He dunked on him.
But we didn't just he didn't dunk on him. He jumped over him to dunk the ball.
He jumped over and dunked on him.
Except he actually jumped over. That was unbelievable.
That's the thing. I remember that as being disappointed that was his only dunk of the game. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I saw that. I guess that brings me to Sunday night when he did when they asked him at the end of the thing. Do you think you could have got 7? Nobody in their right mind is going to get 7 with that team because Dennis Rodman was leaving, and Jordan was 36 by then. But he wanted the opportunity, and it still kills him. He has 6 championships, and it still kills him he didn't get a chance at a 7th.
Yeah, I think that. And who knows what could have happened? I mean, I don't think they would have probably gotten a 7th, but had the team stayed together. But as you said, there were all kinds of internal things, and I think probably it was interesting. Phil Jackson's response. I think he was done.
Yeah,
he was probably in some ways it was. He was happy from the fact that, hey, you're not coming back, Phil, so he's got an exit, a way to gracefully leave.
I was surprised to see the Ryan. I did not know that Reinsdorf offered him the job.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, just a few minutes left. Michael Jordan, I presume, is on your top 4 or 5 ball players. The Mount Rushmore, the Chris Simpson Mount Rushmore of basketball players. What is the Chris Simpson Mount Rushmore of basketball? Chris Simpson, by the way, a college basketball player. College athlete a long time ago.
Yes, it was right after they cut the bottom out of the peach basket. They still had laces. They still had laces on the ball.
That was the worst job having to tie that ball up after.
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but the shorts were short and the socks were tall. In those days, so it was a different era. But I just loved the game and really had a lot of fun playing. A lot of my really fond memories of my younger years relate to basketball and even coaching basketball and the opportunity to coach a lot of great kids during the time that I was teaching and coaching. So I love the game and really enjoyed the series. By the way, if you have not been listening, if you're a podcast person, there's a 30 for 30 podcast that Jalen and Jacoby from ESPN go on and listen to this, and they interview the director. It's just really fascinating because he even pulls the curtain back further. So if you're a podcast person,
I'm not listening to something with Jalen Rose. He's
got a first-hand experience with it.
That's not happening.
Listen, you got to get rid of your Michigan, Illinois.
That is not happening ever. I will not get rid of my Michigan animus. It's going to be there forever. You got 45 seconds.
Okay, is it my Mount Rushmore? Or
Mount Rushmore. We'll keep you to 4.
Okay.
You can tell me who your 5th would be.
It would be Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Bill Russell. That would be my Mount Rushmore.
See, now you were too young to see Bill Russell play. Why is Bill Russell up there?
10 championships. I mean, that's
11.
10 in a row, I think, or whatever it was. How do you argue with that? I mean, that's just the ability to do that in whatever era you were playing in. So if I get a starting 5, then I would add Larry Bird to make it a starting 5.
Actually, that'd be a pretty tough starting 5.
Not bad.
You'd have heck, Larry Bird is a small forward.
Yeah.
That'd kind of work.
That could be.
You realize everybody, that all your friends in Richland County are going to say, "Where's LeBron James?"
Hey, LeBron is fantastic. He is, but you've got to have a little time away. I think this is based on people that are no longer currently playing. Plus, LeBron in how many seasons and how many championships? I think that's
there's where it always comes down to.
That's a factor. But he's. I mean, my gosh, wow, what a
player.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
You bet. It's really fun. Thanks for the invitation.
Thanks very much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. Have a great day. See you soon.